Welcome to my paradise.
Okay, so you may be wondering what Bali's like at the present moment. Here we are into the third month of 2021, and I'm going to head over to Kuta, so I'll take you for a bit of a drive over there, and we'll just have a look and see what the situation is there. And, hopefully it gives you a bit of an idea of what it's like at the present moment. So let's head over there now. Well, I guess I won't be going over there just yet. I think I might have to wait till the rain stops. That came down quick. Ooh. Okay, so here's a view of Kuta Beach, and we're here at Discovery Mall in Kuta. And if you look around, there's 3 people here. Normally there'd probably be about 300, maybe 1,000 people. Very, very sad that nobody's here. Looking over here is Sagara restaurant, which was a seafood restaurant, and a swimming pool there. And before the virus came, it was cost you about $10 Australian. You'd get a meal and you could use the pool all day. And if you have a look now, all the tables and chairs are gone, and it's completely empty. Still water in the pool, so maybe they still have people in there, but I doubt it. Looks like it's closed entirely. So okay, here's an indication of how busy it is. This is Centro Mall in Kuta, and as you can see, it's not too many people around. A lot of places shut. The whole mall is like this, so gives you a better idea of what's happening here. So here is Discovery Mall in Kuta. Normally packed full of people. It's just after 12 o'clock at the moment, and as you can see, there's nobody. Very sad. We come over here, KFC is open. That's about the only place that is open. Very, very quiet. Okay, so we're heading down Kartika, Jalan Kartika in Kuta. It's the main drag in Kuta, and as you can see, it's not very busy. There's occasional shop open, but only small shops. Most of them are closed. If you have a look there, most of them are closed. Have a look around this side. They're all closed, and I doubt whether they'll be open for another year. Something radical has to happen before they'll open up. Even this hotel here, which was very, very popular, well, that's closed. A couple of locals around, but even the locals, you know, I mean, they're not shopping that much because a lot of them are out of a job too, so they don't have the finance to go shopping. Different story in the what they call the suburbs, or what the villages, what they used to be villages, and now I think they call them banjas. But even in those places, some people are hurting. There's another one here that's Lippo Mall. Dead quiet. I'm not going to go any further because you know, it's much of a muchness. It's all pretty much the same. Very sad. On the way home, I'll go back through the villages or banjas, and you can get an idea of what the locals are doing. But here, there's not a tourist in sight. I've been here for about an hour, and I haven't seen one Westerner anywhere. So that gives you an indication. Pretty sad. see along here, everything is it's pretty well closed. These restaurants here, they used to have hundreds and hundreds of tourists in there every day. Gigantic, I don't know whether gigantic's the word, but hell of a lot of people. And yet today there's nobody. I'm going to duck around here and I'll head down to the beach and give you an idea what it's like on the beach. Now this area here used to be full of tourists as well, but the locals have still got their shops open. They all sell the same sort of gear, so you're not going to miss out on something. But yeah, very sad. Hello. So these places are still open. I don't know whether they get too many customers. There it is now, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This place would normally be thriving with tourists, but unfortunately they're not. So here we are at Pantai Kuta, Pantai meaning beach. I assume it means beach. Excuse my interpretation. So I'll just turn the bike off here and go for a quick look. Okay, along this area here used to be, you can see this little bench here with the red eskies on it. Well, these used to be all the way along this beach, right down as far as you could see. There'd be, you know, in this little area just here, there'd probably be 20 of them. And they're little independent blokes trying to sell a beer or a soft drink to the tourists. And this place used to be packed full of tourists. They'd come down here and have a few beers, bit of a sing-along with some of the boys. They'd play guitar and what have you. And some would go for a bit of a surf. But this is Kuta Beach. And not a soul around. I can see 2 people on the beach down there, and way down the back there's probably about 4 or 5. And they would be locals. I'm going to head down that way shortly, so we'll have a look at that. But yeah, it's not good. There's a storm happening over there, bit of rain, hope it stays over there. So I'm heading into Kuta Square now. Now if you have a look at these motorbikes parked here, well, back in the heydays, this whole street would have motorbikes parked along both sides of the street. Today, only a few. Rip curls open, Billabong. Most of these places are closed. Shoe shop there. Matahari being the big store in Kuta here. That's closed. I don't know if you hear me with this mask on, but bear with me. Flippers is open. Gee, they got some thongs in there. So that's Kuta Square. That's unbelievable. All these bikes are locals. Okay, we'll turn around here and head down towards the beach. And this is the main area where people walk down to Kuta Beach. Again, deserted. The hotel there is closed down. It's a pretty big hotel. Grand Inn Kuta. Well, I think that's open. That's a government hotel. So it looks like that's open. But here we have it at Pantai Kuta. Go up here one-handed. There's that storm's coming around a bit. As you can see down there, there's a few of those little esky stalls down there. But as I said before, there'd be hundreds of them. And the beer was pretty cheap. They weren't ripping anybody off. And you could also hire a surfboard there, go surfing if you wanted to, or there's a couple of surf schools along here. But I can't see them being open at the moment. Very, very quiet out there. Now, if I'm right, this is Pantai Kuta. And there's the Hard Rock Cafe. Horses are still here. But all these bays here used to be full of motorbikes, staff and tourists and locals. And this road, you know, sometimes it would take you maybe an hour to get down it because it was just chock-a-block full of people or cars. Now you do 1,000 miles an hour down here. Yeah, not a pleasant sight to see when you realise what it was like beforehand. I just hope this virus thing clears up pretty soon and get this place back on the map. Very quiet down here. There's another shopping mall down here which they call Beach Walk, which is relatively new to the area. When I say new, we're a couple of years old. And this used to have people everywhere. And as you can see now, have a look at the staff bikes. Here's all the staff bikes. And you imagine the amount of staff that are here and who's got to pay for them, because there's no tourists. Few people in there, but you know, when you're talking thousands of people in there at a time, you know, what's 100 people? I'm getting a few drops of rain spilled on me here. I think that storm's coming over this way. I might turn this off for a second and look for somewhere to cover up. Well, it's starting to rain. As you can see, there's some pretty black clouds around there. They're all following me, so I've ducked into here. This is a Legian food court. Not too many people in here, but I'm going to stop in here and have a coffee and maybe something to eat. But that looks like some pretty heavy rain through there. Going right around. Anyway, get something to eat. Okay, so the rain's coming down fairly well now, so poor old bike sitting out there in the rain on its own. But what can I do? And by looking at the sky, it's completely surrounded me now, so I could be here for a while. So I've ordered a bit of tucker and a coffee, and we'll see how we go. Well, okay, I just got back from Kuta, and quite an arduous trip back, rather wet, but I hope you see in this video what it means for places to rely solely on tourism, because as you see in the video, there's a lot of places are going to suffer, and I would say another 12 months before this place will even start to kick on. So I don't know what the score is, whether they can survive or not. You know, I mean, a lot of the kids that were working in the tourist industry have gone back to their villages and are working the farms and properties, but that doesn't bring in any money for them. You know, I mean, Usually got pretty big families, so hopefully they'll survive, and hopefully we get rid of this virus, and let's hope the world gets back on its feet, because it's certainly struggling at the moment. And living in Bali, you can see the end results of this virus. It's not real flash, so hopefully soon everything will come back to normal, and tourists will start coming back to Bali. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I'm going to do one on Sanur shortly, so if this rain stops, so we'll do it then. So until then, we'll catch you later.